Golden Tigers fans, get ready. It's time for buckets, blocks, spills, thrills, steals, and slams. Thunder! Tuskegee basketball is next on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Now, let's go courtside with the call. Here's Charles Ward.
And welcome everybody to courtside for the final time in the 2023-24 season of Golden Tigers basketball. Glad you could join us on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. We close out the season with men's action here on the road at the Exum Center at Kentucky State University. It'll be the Golden Tigers coming in at number 2 in the West, meeting the Thorobreds of Kentucky State, who are 4th in terms of conference play at this point. And right now we do know and can tell you that Tuskegee isn't locked in at a good solid number 2 coming into the SIAC tournament next week, which means they won't play until the Friday of that week of the tournament. As we take a look at the standings for the SIAC, and this is for the women's side, as we've just got some added information that will add to our conversation about the brackets for the women. Albany State and Edward Waters were engaged on the east side of the ball game that took place this afternoon, and it was Edward Waters winning that ball game 65-62. So with Edward Waters winning it, that means that they bounce up to the number 4 spot by virtue of the tiebreaker over Allen. They will come into the tournament seed at number 4. Allen will come in at number 5. And then Albany State will occupy the 6th position in terms of the seeds going into the SIAC tournament next week. And for the women, Tuskegee with a chance to just solidify where they are at 3rd position, but not able to win it this afternoon over the Thorobreds of Kentucky State. So Tuskegee right now remains at number 3, but it depends on what happens with Miles and Lane, who play each other later today, and that will impact Tuskegee. If Lane's able to win it, they will take the number 3 spot. Tuskegee will drop to number 4. And if Lane's able to win it, that means that the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State will go up to number 1, and Miles will drop to number 2. So implications for the SIAC still remaining as this final day of play continues for everybody inside the SIAC. For the men of Tuskegee, they will meet the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, a team they played early on this season. Tuskegee won that ball game 72-66 after a 51% shooting from the floor, 57% three-point shooting performance to beat the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Tuskegee leads the series overall amongst these teams at 7-14. And today's game is the 22nd matchup between the schools. Take a look at the starting lineups now. We'll begin with the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. They'll go with Azil Blackwell, the sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky. Blackwell, 10.4 points per ball game, 4.1 rebounds. LeVar Miller Jr., the junior from St. Louis, Missouri, 13.3 points per ball game. He leads them in scoring, 18th in the conference in shooting for LeVar Miller. Tyson Brooks, the junior from Anne Arundel, Maryland, starts. Leads the team in blocks with 13. He's 16th in the conference in blocks. They will go also with Ojian Ayo. Ayo, a junior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Ayo averaging 7.3 rebounds. He leads them in that category. And I'll go with the senior Brandon Hill from Sherwood, Illinois. Hill, a veteran on this team. 2.7 assists per ball game and 1.3 steals per contest. He leads the team in that category, along with 11 points per outing. So it's Blackwell, Hill, Miller, Brooks, and Ayo, the 5 for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. They're coached by Jamal Jackson, one of the best coaches in the SIAC. He's in his 8th campaign. Now, starting lineup for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee for the final time in the regular season. It'll be the junior Kevin Seasbury from Lithonia starting, capping at 9.4 points per ball game. Martez Jones Jackrabbit, the junior from Tuskegee, Alabama. Martez, 13.8 points per ball game, 10.3 rebounds, leads the conference in rebounds, and he's 24th in the conference in blocks with 13. He and Draper tied with 13 blocks each. DeAnthony Pennington, The junior from Kansas City, Missouri, will start for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Pennington, the second-team all-conference player, leads the team in scoring with 14 points per ball game and 3.3 assists. Kasami Draper, the sophomore, 13.5 points per ball game, 13 blocks for him. And the rounding out the five will be the redshirt sophomore, Austin Taylor from Honolulu. So it's Seasbury, Jones, Pennington, Draper, and Taylor, the starting five for Coach Pinchy Taylor and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Coach Taylor in his fifth campaign. Tuskegee 13-13 on the regular season and 12-7 in the SIAC, trying to finish above 500 and finish on a 5-game win streak to build that confidence headed into the tournament next week. It'll be Jones jumping for Tuskegee. He will go against Brooks, and the tap's controlled by Tuskegee, so they get a first look at the cylinder. Just underway. Glad you could join us. Austin Taylor, top of the key now to Draper. Draper across the floor. DA, high rainbow three, front of the iron on that shot. Rebounds run down by Ayo for the Thoroughbreds, and he gives it over to Hill. Now on a touch is Blackwell. Back up top, Ayo. On the move right side, Hill got some space for a jumper. Back of the cylinder, rebound loose, chased down by Seasbury. Kevin lost it near the mid-stripe, but Pennington able to collect it for Tuskegee. Across the floor, Taylor, bounce pass at the block. Jones with the floating lay-in to get the first 2 points of the ball game. Good pass there from Taylor. Jones with the basket to get things going. Blackwell, right side now. Hill, hard push by Brandon at the block. Almost threw it away in the corner, but they save it. Up top now, Blackwell on the push, left side. Floating jumper, spins good for Blackwell. Shooters roll there for his first 2 of the ball game. Blackwell, 13 points, 2 rebounds the last time the teams met in Tuskegee. Jones away from the basket with the basketball. Across the floor now, Taylor has a look. Down to Jones, squares in the corner on Brooks. Jones trying to work it on the inside of the paint, lost it at the baseline, but was tapped out by Brooks. 18:25 remains, first half just underway here inside of the Exum Center. Entry pass, Draper in the corner, up top DA. Pennington on the move now, right side underneath the defense, floater to the glass is off the mark. Draper kept it alive. Pennington foul line extended, yeah. So Pennington on a second look gets his first field goal of the ball game. Hill, hard push down in the corner. Blackwell out front, knocked it down for 3. So Blackwell's got all 5 of the Thoroughbreds points early here in this basketball game. We're at 18 minutes left first half. Jones carelessly giving that basketball to Pennington in traffic. Almost lost it. Now Jones working inside on Brooks. Out front now, they go right back to him on the inside. At the block, they shove and push a bit there. Shot is off by Jones at the block. Not the shot he wanted there. Back the other way, running the floor now is Ayo. Missed on his lay-in right side. Quick pace here inside Exum Center, just on the way. As Taylor pushes right side to Draper. Seasbury works it down in the corner right side. Floating jumper by Seasbury is good. So Seasbury with his first field goal. 6-5 lead for Tuskegee. Half court set. This is Miller with the basketball. Jumps back for a 3-pointer. Back of the iron. Jones skies. So does Draper. Draper coming down on the foot of Jones. He goes up the court hobbling just a bit. Left side. Back the other way in the half court set. Seasbury deep under the cylinder now and had it taken away. Bounce pass inside. Brooks over Draper. Whistles inside. And jump ball call. Good defensive work there by Kasami Draper at the block. Help from Kevin Seasbury. But the arrow will keep it with the Thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds coming off a 96-86 win over the Badgers of Spring Hill. Blackwell again rattles a 3-pointer. And he's got all 8 points for the Thoroughbreds here in the first half. 2 3-point field goals and 1 field goal. Taylor out front with the basketball, getting instructions from the other Taylor, his father. And now they run it right side. 16-15 left first half. Kevin lost it momentarily. Now 7 to shoot for Tuskegee. Kevin got some space. Shot partially deflected by Brandon Hill. And the basketball over to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State as Draper and Brooks tie it up. 16:05 left first half. Sure, we're going to timeout taken. They'll call the foul on Martez Jones. So Jones picks up his first. 8-6 lead for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. He and Brooks still going at it verbally as they are on the other end of the floor now. It'll belong to the Thoroughbreds far side of the floor with Blackwell's when bounded. Hill handles. Hill come across the timeline. Bounce pass at the block. Brooks guarded by Draper. Up top, Ayo. Got space. Left-hander knocks down a jumper outside. So Ayo with his first field goal. And the lead 10-6 now for Kentucky State. Julian Watson set to come in. Next dead ball for Tuskegee. At the block, Draper on Ayo. Doubled at the block, pushes back to Taylor. Back inside, Draper. Up top, Culpepper just on the floor, and Chip lost the basketball over to Hill. Hill to the glass, missed on the shot, but Ayo there with the follow. (12-6) lead for the Thoroughbreds. Taylor at the block, Jones. Jones squares on Brooks. We'll watch the one-on-one here. Across the floor. Out front now with the basketball is Pennington. Jumper, no good. Culpepper had it. Jones took it away. He'll get the offensive rebound. Back to Pennington. DA down in the corner looking for some space. Bounce pass give to Jones. Thunder for Jones on the inside. Good assist there from Pennington. And Martez able to finish with the flush. 12-8 after the basket by Jones. Dylan Cambridge set to come in. Next dead ball. Hill lost it inside. Jones will come away with it for Tuskegee. 14:30 left first half. Pennington free, pushes a three. Left it on the cylinder. The rebounds chased out, run down by Miller. Miller up the floor, Ayo. Ayo lost it to Pennington. Up the floor to Jones. Here comes some thunder here. Thunder. Jones free on the break. Got the dunk. Tuskegee cuts the lead to 12-10. 14:03 left first half of play. Hill works it across the timeline. He'll work it the right side. Behind the back pass, Ayo. Whistles on the play. Ayo traveled. Cambridge, Watson, Evan Howell set to come in. They'll do it after this timeout. 13:56 remains first half. Tuskegee has cut to that Thoroughbred lead. 12-10 at the moment. Take a break here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, Tuskegee fans. I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. And thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Golden Tigers of Tuskegee already know their seeding for the SIAC tournament, which starts on March the 3rd. They'll come into the tournament in the second seed in the West, and they will not play in tournament action until the following Friday. Tournament play starts on Sunday, March the 3rd, and Tuskegee, by virtue of that second seed finish, will have most of the week off. 13:56 here left in this first half of the final basketball game of the regular season for both these squads. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, right now, they are currently in fourth in the West. Don't really see any clear path for them to jump any higher because they're 2 games behind in the win column. The Badgers of Spring Hill. Whistles and a half-court set will go back the other way. They call the foul on Evan Howell. Howell just on the floor for Tuskegee. 13:48 left. First half of play. Howell. Limited minutes during the course of the regular season at about 4 minutes per ball game. Out here in this one early. Way out front with a three-point. That one's driven in by Miller way downtown. Miller with his first field goal. Shot that one from the Capitol steps of Kentucky at Frankfort. Way outside. Down in the corner now, Culpepper on the move. Chip, nice head fake floater to the rack. Banked it home for Tuskegee. So Culpepper with his first points of the ball game. 15-12 lead for Kentucky State. Out front, jumper, Hill. That one's off the mark. Ayo got a rebound, pushes it back out to Blackwell for three. Rimmer is off the mark. Howell had it. And we go back the other way. Ayo took the legs from underneath Evan. And they'll call the foul on Brandon Hill. So that occurred really away from the action, saying that Hill commits a foul, so not on Ayo. Julian Watson, the sophomore, handles for Tuskegee now. Right side, Pennington. 12:45 left first half. DA, floater right side, bangs it home for Tuskegee. Just that little bit of space, that's enough for Pennington to get the jumper. He's got 4 first half. Across the floor now, pushing back near the mid-stripe is Miller. Tuskegee has dropped into a 2-3 zone now. Down low, they try to get it inside. May have been a travel there, no call as Owens is trying to collect his feet. Ball called out front. They call that on the Cambridge, so Dillon with his first personal just out onto the floor. 12:22 left. That's Tuskegee. Will be on the defense as the Thoroughbreds have it in a half-court set. On the turn now, Miller. Tied up by Cambridge. Up top, Ayo. He's doubled, pushes back out to Miller. Miller from way out front. Oh, man. Knocked down another one from way downtown. Second field goal for him. Both three-pointers, 18-14. Jones set to come in, next dead ball. Watson, the right side to Pennington. Hall with a screen. DA, foul on extended. Blackwell guarding closely now. Watson handles left side, 10 to shoot. Julian at the block, had it taken away by Miller. Miller up the floor to Blackwell. Blackwell slides free, top of the key to Hill. Hill slide past Ayo underneath and taken away by Tuskegee. Here comes Watson back the other way. Julian left side. Up top, Cambridge. Mickens set to come in next dead ball. Pennington, another rainbow three. Missed that one, though. Jones, Taylor, and Mickens set to come in next dead ball. And so is Brewer for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Miller out front down for KSU. 11:05 left. Ayo inside and a whistle. Foul was called on Howell. So Ayo will be going to the line, but he'll do so after a timeout. 11:03 left first half. Tuskegee trailing by 4. 18-14. Take a break on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
I'm Reginald Ruffin, your Director of Athletics, and you are watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
From us at the Tuskegee University Bookstore, thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Shop exclusive TU gear in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. Go Tigers!
Special thanks to the Golden Tuskegee University Bookstore for being a supporter of Golden Tigers basketball throughout the season. That's your one-stop shop for all your Tuskegee gear. Just by visiting the website online at Tuskegee Bookstore. You can find all you need there in terms of apparel. Lots of other trinkets and goodies inside of the bookstore as well. Golden Tigers trailing at 18-14. Season finale here for Tuskegee as they look toward conference play beginning next week. It's Culpepper, Taylor, Mickens, Draper, and Martez Jones back out on the floor now. 11:03 left in the ball. First half, Martez already with that one foul. So back out on the floor now as A.O. fires the first free throw, and he got it for the Thoroughbreds. On the season, 81% free throw shooter. Ojan A.O., 38 of 47 as he misses on the second. Rebound to Jones, the conference leader in rebounds, grabs that one. He'll handle outside. Under 11 minutes left now, first half of play. Taylor dumps it at the block to Jones. Jones pushes back out. Culpepper now. Jones one-on-one with Owens. To the back, pushes to the glass, banked it, but he missed on the shot. Rebound comes clear to the Thoroughbreds. Hill across the timeline. Right side Miller, long three-pointer again. This one off the mark. Backside Mickens for Tuskegee with a rebound. Mickens, the freshman. Taylor handles half-court set. At the block, Draper. Draper on A.O., one-on-one. Draper pushing back inside, head fake. Shot, no, he pushes back out to Culpepper. Chip inside the paint, runner. Can't get the bank to fall good for him on that one. Basketball back to the Thoroughbreds. They push it up the floor. Miller, left side, slides all the way through. Jones challenged at the block, and Culpepper got the block for Tuskegee. Chip with a block here this first half. 22nd in the conference in blocks for him with 12, now 13. Run out back the other way, though. Miller there for a lay-in. He's got 8 in the first 20 minutes of play. 9:43 remains first half. Mickens handles across the timeline. Pennington set to come in next dead ball. Brewer still waiting for his chance to get on the floor for the Thoroughbreds as well. Draper working inside. Head fake. Now turns back to the outside to Taylor. Taylor underneath, back to Draper, and Draper free for the lay-in. They reset that one, and Kasami got a better spot on the floor for the lay-in. Blackwell behind the arc. Misses on the three. Culpepper with a rebound for Tuskegee. Chip slides the paint. Back out. Mickens for three. Mickens rattled it good for Tuskegee. The freshman knocks down a triple from outside. Make it 21-19. Just the field goal separates them now. To the glass. Hill can't buy the basket there. Jones gets another rebound. Outlet pass now to Taylor. Tuskegee can tie it with a basket here. Oston up top to Jones. Now at the block, Draper. Draper, hard push right side. Head fake to the rack and banked it good. So Draper with back-to-back field goals now ties the basketball game at 21. 8:28 left, first half. Hill handles out front, starts to play right side with a pass to Miller. On a weave, Owens handles. Behind the arcs, got some space. Jumper, Remmers off the mark, and Mr. Jones clears that errant shot. Up the floor, Mickens now. Chris, right side, behind the arc. Up top, Draper. Draper turns toward the basket now. Back to Oston. Taylor inside, had it tapped, and loose on the floor, and it comes clear to Blackwell. 2-on-1 now. Blackwell got a spinning lay-in left side. So Blackwell's basket makes it 23-21. They try to chase it down, or had a turnover almost there against Tuskegee, but Tuskegee's able to retain it. 7:42 remains. And a timeout, it'll be a media timeout here inside the Exum Center. with the Thoroughbreds leading at 23-21. We'll take a break here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
I'm Reginald Ruffin, your Director of Athletics, and you are watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
From us at the Tuskegee University Bookstore, thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Shop exclusive TU gear in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. Go Tigers!
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee University basketball on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by TNT Fireworks, America's best-selling brand of and the largest distributor of consumer fireworks. Glad to have them as a part of our sponsorship team, as we are of all those supporters of the Golden Tiger Sports Network. And certainly glad to have you part as our listening family and viewing family throughout the course of this campaign. First time in Tuskegee history able to cover basketball from tip to the finish of the regular season with all of the action on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. And you can credit that to a supportive administrative staff at Tuskegee University, from the president, Dr. Charlotte Morris, chief operating officer, Dr. Rolanda Rice, and for the visionary as athletics director, Reginald Ruffin, for even making this a possibility at Tuskegee. 7:42 remains first half. Mickens across the timeline now. Back up to Pennington. Pennington down in the corners. Kevin on the move. Got some space. Seasbury line drive jumper. Missed there. Cambridge chasing for it on a late whistle. Back the other way. Standing on the inbound line was Owens for the Thoroughbreds. And Tuskegee will have another crack at it. Well, inbound it left of the cylinder. Cambridge down in the corner. Got it over to Jones. Bounce pass back to Dillon. Dillon head fake to the glass and a whistle. Foul's called on Owens on the inside. That's his first. And Dillon to the line to shoot for Tuskegee. The red shirt freshman from Marietta. 57% from the free throw line. 29 of 51. First opportunity here, and he got the first free throw. Dillon's first point of the ball game as well for Tuskegee. Tuskegee from the free throw line, 9th in the conference, as Cambridge hit them both there. Shooting just 60% from the line as a team. Brandon Hill works the right side on a bounce pass. Hill just one of those players that seems like he's been around for so long. As Miller, another long-range jumper. This one just in front of Coach Taylor. And Coach Taylor's like 3 feet off the floor, so Miller just about off the floor himself. And that's his third three-pointer in this first half of play. 26-23. Mickens pops out for the basketball. Chris got some space, leans in with the jumper, missed there. Rebound, Brewer got it up the floor. He'll handle right side. Floater by Brewer, it's good by him. Good body control by Brewer inside the paint on a run down the floor in transition. 28-23 to lead up to 5 now for the Thoroughbreds. Pennington over to Cambridge. Culpepper set to come in, next dead ball. Jones works right side now on Brewer. Martez inside and a whistle. Martez will be fouled by Brewer. That's his first. And Martez, he will be going to the line for Tuskegee to shoot. Head coach Jamal Jackson indicating to officials that he just tied him up and took away the basketball. It's not an argument Coach Jackson's going to win, as Martez missed on the first free throw. Jones, the ball game against the Marauders of Central State, had a double-double in that contest. That was his 13th double-double of the season, 26 points and 13 rebounds when they last played. But on the win against the Marauders, he had 13 points and 11 rebounds. Yeah, that was his 13th double-double. He also had a double-double last time these teams played. Jones goes 1 of 2 from the line. Makes it 28-24, 6:15 left in the first half. Out on the floor now is Josh Cross. He handles right side. Cross looking down at the block to Jones. Jones beat Cambridge. Cambridge got a block though with the basketball over to Brewer. Thoroughbreds get another look. Cross with a jumper, missed badly on the air ball. Tuskegee will have it. That's a good defensive set there for Tuskegee. That end down on the floor. 5:50 remains first half. Tuskegee see if they can't make a charge here and take a lead at the intermission. Trail by 4 at the moment. Pennington cross dribble left side. Back up top, Cambridge trying to dump it inside to Jones. Jones there on Brewer. To the glass. Whistles and a travel violation. Martez just a little bit out of his comfort zone where he received that basketball. Got to get him maybe 2 or 3 feet closer toward the cylinder. Draper out on the floor now for Tuskegee. He will replace Martez Jones. 5:36 left first half. Cross with it across the timeline. Right side Miller. Culpepper guarding him. Owens tried to dump it down low to Brewer. Brewer down at the block, missed on the shot. Got it over Draper, but he missed. Here comes DA now. Left side Culpepper running the floor. Reverse lay it. It won't stay. Basketball to Cross and the Thoroughbreds. They go up the floor, Blackwell. Blackwell slides left side. Shot blocked at the baseline by Seasbury. Cross with it inside the paint. Down to Brewer. Whistles and offensive foul going back the other way now. 5:04 left in the first half. Tuskegee with the basketball. 28-24. They call Cross with the foul. That's his first. So Cambridge will inbound it in the backcourt over to Pennington. We approach 5 minutes remaining in the first half now. As DA comes across the timeline. He'll work it right side. Got some space. Jumper by DA. Spinners off the mark. Owens clears up to Miller. Miller fake the bounce pass. Now slides it down at the block to Cross. Back to Owens. Blackwell out for 3. Missed on the shot. Culpepper clears. Here comes DA. Quick step right side. Back to Culpepper. Chip inside the paint. Whistles. And they get him for the travel violation. Tuskegee there inside the paint. Just not making the decision. You got to go ahead and go with that basketball. We are that deep inside the paint. Instead, Double C guilty of the travel. Basketball back over to the Thoroughbreds. They lead it 28-24 with 4:33 remaining in the first half of play. Brandon Hill, wiry senior for the Thoroughbreds. Gives it up top to Owens. Owens runs into Seasbury, and there's a blocking foul there. Kevin just backing up to get out of the way, but Owens ran into him, and they got Seasbury for the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 5 on Tuskegee. Right of the cylinder, Brandon Hill to inbound it. Now they'll push it far side of the floor. Blackwell set to inbound it. Miller, right side, Hill. Miller again for 3. Knocks it down. He hasn't found a spot on the floor yet that he has not had any success. He's got 4 3-pointers in this first half. 14 in first half play for him. Draper takes a 3-pointer, missed on that shot. Rebound to Culpepper. Out front now, Pennington with the basketball. They're trying to work it down to Jones if they can, trying to clear things out for him. They're trying to double KSU is on the backside. A wraparound bounce pass. It's kicked by Blackwell. 3:42 remains in the first half. And Coach Taylor talking to Jones as he comes toward the sideline, trying to get him to square up down at the block. 3:42 remains first half. Tuskegee trailing 31-24. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, this is Shiante Wester, head women's basketball coach, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Are you looking for education that leads to career success and something more? We are Tuskegee University. one of the nation's top-ranked HBCUs. We believe in education to fulfill your purpose. Here, you work hard because you dream harder. By pursuing your purpose, you will make a difference. Are you ready for something big? Let's get started.
3:42 remains, first half of play. Take a look at some of the numbers from this first half. 1 of 2 shooting from the free throw line for the Thoroughbreds, 3 of 4 from the line for Tuskegee. On the floor, though, 10 of 25 shooting for Tuskegee from the field at 40%, 12 of 28 at 43% for the Thoroughbreds. Behind the arc, 6 3-pointers for the Thoroughbreds. 4 of those belong to LeVar Miller, and just 1 3-point field goal for Tuskegee. Rebounding there slightly in favor of Tuskegee at this point. Assist, 5 for the Thoroughbreds, 4 for Tuskegee, 7 turnovers for TU, 5 for Kentucky State. Fast break points, KSU at 9, Tuskegee with 1 field goal on fast break. 3:42 remains. Tuskegee just trying to keep this thing in striking distance. They are certainly a better second half team. And keep it close here as Pennington set to inbound it right of the Tuskegee cylinder. Pennington, Draper, Cole, Pepper, Seasbury, Jones out on the floor. Draper handles in the corner, trying to get it to Jones there. He's calling for it on Brewer. Cole, Pepper out front. Now to Pennington. 10 to shoot for Tuskegee now. DA works it right side. Behind, dumped it to Draper. Draper, short jumper there, missed on the shot. Jones trying to keep it alive, but it came over to Owens and the Thoroughbreds. Owens, left side all the way through. May have traveled, no call there. Hill followed that up and got the lay-in. Owens a bit out of control. They were lucky to get that late field goal. Culpepper for 3. Spinner's off the mark. Brewer got the rebound. 33-24, Thoroughbreds lead it. Right side, Blackwell lost it off of his foot or his knee, and we go back the other way. 2:56 left first half. Julian Watson out on the floor. He'll replace Culpepper in the lineup. Coach Taylor arguing about that travel on the last trip down the floor that was not picked up. Watson, right side, across the timeline for Tuskegee. Up top, DA, trying to get it to Jones inside, squaring up on Brewer. This is Draper in the corner instead. Draper's outside of his comfort zone there with that jumper. Back the other way, Owens to the rack. Missed on the shot. Kasame running the floor, got that rebound. Got to get Kasame a little bit closer to the cylinder there for that jump shot. Watson over to Seasbury. 2:25 left first half. Jones one-on-one with Brewer now. They go shoulder to shoulder. Right shot there, a hook shot by Jones. Basket is good, and Brewer is guilty of the foul. They just bump and grind. Jones is punching that linebacker side shoulder into the chest of Brewer. Got the space, he got a lay in, and he's fouled. So Brewer's picked up his second. And set to come back down on the floor is Tyson Brooks. He'll replace Brewer in the lineup. And Coach Jackson has got a couple of tall players on that bench that he can afford. There were a couple of players on Martez Jones on the inside. Brewer picked up his second. Now Brooks had sat for a while. He's back out on the floor. Brooks actually started the basketball game. Blackwell across the timeline now for the Thoroughbreds. Brooks handles. We're at 2:09 left first half. 33-26. Miller with another 3. Oh, that spinner's off the mark. Had a good look on it for his potential 5th, but he missed. Tuskegee with the basketball. DA across the timeline. Left side, Watson for 3. Got it for Tuskegee. Good look there by Julian for his first field goal of the ball game. 33-29 after the triple. A minute 45 left first half. Hill handles out front now. Jumped out front by Draper. Now Owens in the corner. Now they push back up top to Blackwell. Shot clock working its way down to 10. Blackwell out front now. Double, dumps it down inside to Brooks. Kicks in the corner. Miller with the jumper. Got it. Wow. Shooting performance there by LeVar Miller. That's his 5th three-pointer of the first half. Doing no wrong so far for the Thoroughbreds. Watson across the timeline now. The KG veteran Brendan Hill guarding him. Hill tried to flop. Watson got the basketball over to Seasbury. 13 to shoot for Tuskegee. Seasbury floats the lay-in and got it to stay down. So Kevin with 4 in the first half. Back the other way, Owens runs a pass down in the corner and back out to Miller. He backpedals, works it inside the Brooks on Seasbury, and Kevin commits the foul on the inside. Just went for a strip of the basketball, and he picks up his second personal. 47 seconds left, first half of play, 36-31. And Tyson Brooks, the junior from Anne Arundel, Maryland, will be at the line shooting for the Thoroughbreds. He's 63% shooting from the line, 16 of 24 coming into today's play. Make that 15 of 24. Brooks got the first free throw. His first points of the ball game. Christopher Whitmore out on the floor now for Seasbury. Brooks for the second of 2. And he got a forward roll on that one to get both free throws. 38-31. Tuskegee, 45 seconds left, trying to get a basket here. Pennington across the timeline now for GU. Wants to clear it out. Blackwell guarding him defensively. DA works it right side now with a pass up top to Kasami. Draper on the weave, back to DA. Pennington slides across the floor. Whitmore for 3. Spinners off the mark. Rebound to Hill. Run out there for the Thoroughbreds. 3-on-1 Miller. Jumper again. This one's short of the mark. Rebound down low, Watson. Julian with 14 seconds left now. Up the floor to Whitmore. Whitmore inside Draper. Draper got the lay-in. And Coach Taylor taking a timeout. 6.9 seconds left. Tuskegee trailing at 38-33. Tuskegee hoping they can get a quick turnover after a 30-second timeout to get a chance at a field goal before the first half expires. That's why Coach Taylor took that timeout, just to see if they can make something happen defensively with possible steal of the basketball. And Coach Taylor saying, you won't let us sit, but they let them sit on the other end. Just looking for a little bit of equity here inside the Exum Center. They are all seated on the bench. Now the officials agree on the 30-second timeouts and don't let the players sit. And now Coach Johnson saying the same thing. Let's call it fair across the line. They go down and they got the Breds up off the bench, but now everybody's got to go back to the floor. So, a little gamesmanship here going on. Not intentional by the officials, but they were adamant about Tuskegee standing up because that's who they were in front of on the call. Blackwell across the timeline now spins into the front court. 3 to shoot. He got it airborne. Spinner's off the mark, and that's where the first half will end. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State lead it 38-33. First 20 minutes of play. We'll take a break here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network and bring you our final second half of the season of Tuskegee basketball. Stay with us.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, I am Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief Athletic Director, Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Hi, I'm Drayton Florence, 2023 SIAC Hall of Fame inductee. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not gonna be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity, but the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts, and that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. And hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just got to give them a chance.
Tuskegee University's founder, Booker T. Washington, said, "Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way." At many universities, big classes are common. Not at Tuskegee. We have small classes with a 14-to-1 average student-to-teacher ratio. This formula for excellence ensures individualized attention. You get to know your professors, and they get to know you well enough to recommend you for internships, research, graduate programs, and job opportunities. Small classes, big impact. It's all part of educational excellence at Tuskegee University.
From us at the Tuskegee University Bookstore, thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Shop exclusive TU gear in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. Go Tigers!
Hi, I'm Jordan Benson, the Sports Information Director at Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Tuskegee Nation, I am Gerald Long, General Manager of the Utilities Board of Tuskegee, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Paul Carney, Tuskegee University Public Address Announcer. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not going to be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity. But the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts. And that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. And hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just got to give them a chance.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Thank you for watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
And we're back live on the campus of Kentucky State University in the Exum Center at the intermission. Tuskegee trailing at 38-33 to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Look at the numbers from the first half of action here inside Exum. Tuskegee 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Thoroughbreds 3 of 4 at the charity stripe. 14 of 33 shooting for Tuskegee. 42% shooting from the floor. 14 of 35 at 40% for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. 3-point shooting, 25% for Tuskegee. Just 2 field goals from behind the arc. 7 from behind the arc for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. They got 5 of those from LeVar Miller of those 7 3-point baskets. Tuskegee tied actually in terms of offensive rebounding for both teams. Assists tied at 6 each. Turnovers 7 for Tuskegee, 6 for the Thoroughbreds. Fast break points, 9-2 advantage there for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. As referenced, Miller, a hot hand for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State in that first half. He had 17 to lead all scorers in that first half of play. Blackwell, he started with a hot hand, had 2 3-point field goals, and he finished that first half with 10. Brandon Hill with 1 field goal. Ojinayo, he had 5 points. Brooks contributed 2 field goals, and Morgan Brewer coming off the bench, he had 1 field goal. Brewer with 2 personal fouls in that first half for the Thoroughbreds. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, 9 points from Martez Jones to lead them in scoring. Kevin Seasbury with 2 field goals for 4 in the first half. Dylan Cambridge with 2 free throws. And the Anthony Pennington, he had 2 field goals for Tuskegee. Chip Culpepper came off the bench. He contributed a field goal. Sammy Draper working hard on the inside, finished with 6 points in the first half. Meckins off the bench with a 3-point shot. And Julian Watson coming off the bench as well. He knocked down a 3-pointer. So 38-33 as we get set to go into our final 20 minutes of basketball on the Golden Tiger Sports Network for this season. Tuskegee on the fight out of a 5-point deficit and claim their 5th win in a row to close the season. They have it going left to right in this final 20 minutes of play. Glad you could join us for our coverage on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Charles Ward here inside the Exum Center. Eric Tabor, our remote studios, handling our production. Pennington trying to get it down low to Draper. Draper at the block, doubled there. Back to Taylor in the corner for 3. Ostin left that one short. Rebound fought for, and Brooks clears for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Blackwell across the timeline now for KSU. Slides left side. Inside, tried to dump it to Brooks. Draper tried to save it. And Draper not able to catch it before it goes out of bounds. I think they may have ruled that he actually caught it, but he was standing out of bounds when he did so. So the basketball will stay with Kentucky State now. Just underway, 19:22 left. And looking at the shot clock, the officials are they going to leave it at 17, I believe. Yeah, Hill sets to inbound it. He looks to the inside, now pushes in the corner. Quickly with the jumper is Miller, and he picks up right where he left off with a three-point basket to start the second half. 41-33 now. Draper on a weave to Seasbury. Kevin slides past the defensive Hill. At the block, Jones right side. Martez to the glass and got the lay-in. So Martez now with 11 in the ball game. 41-35. Hill with the basketball for Kentucky State. Miller up top. Ayo. Three-point shot. Up and down. Missed on the shot, but a rebound by Brooks, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. They'll call that one on Draper. So Kasami, that's his first. And at the line, it'll be Tyson Brooks, the junior. Brooks, 63% from the free throw line, 15 of 24 on the season. Brooks, 2 free throws in the first 20 minutes. Coach Taylor is talking to the officials, trying to tell them what the problem was with that call. And Jamal Jackson, head coach of the Thoroughbreds, just looking on, smiling. And Brooks missed on the free throw. Pennington out the floor now. He'll run it. Foul line extended with some space. Fell backwards on it, and he missed the shot. Blackwell back the other way now for the Thoroughbreds. Seasbury went for a steal. They almost took it away. Brooks to the rack, out of control. And a late foul call down there. They'll get Jones for the foul, but that's well after Brooks mishandled that basketball on his own. It looked like someone touched him, but he just lost control of it once he received the pass. But the foul will go against Martez. That's his second. And Brooks right back to the free throw line. Brooks get the first one this trip. Missed both the last time there. He's got 3 in the ball game. One more coming. We're at 18:26 remaining. Brooks knocks them both down at the line. 43-35. They jump into full court pressure, the Thoroughbreds do. Taylor across the timeline for TU. Taylor down in the corner. They're trying to work it at the block to Draper. Took a shot instead from the outside. Ayo comes away with the basketball. Over to Brooks across the timeline. Now Blackwell out front. Thought better of a 3. Runner inside the paint. Remmer is good by Blackwell. Pennington up the floor now. Challenged behind the back pass. Draper underneath the defense. Missed on the shot. It's loose on the floor. Tuskegee. Pennington's got it. DA slotted pass to Seasbury. Foul line extended. Oh, yeah. Timeout on the floor. 17:41 left in the ball game. Tuskegee trailing at 45-37. Full timeout. We'll take a break here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Paul Carney, Tuskegee University Public Address announcer. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education. Home, where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own. Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier.
Back live inside the Exum Center on the campus of Kentucky State University. Thoroughbreds winners of the SIAC men's basketball tournament in 2000-2001 season. Tuskegee into the NC2A regionals last year. Got surprisingly bumped out of last year's tournament by this team here at Kentucky State. Avenged that loss earlier this season with a win at Chappie James over the Thoroughbreds. Now I'm trying to make it 2 in a row, but right now they traded 45-37 after the timeout. Hill with the basketball for the Thoroughbreds. Across the floor now, Blackwell with the basketball. He'll slide left side all the way through to the rack. Seasbury able to block it at the last moment. Taylor up the floor. DA right side. Now across the floor, Kevin. Seasbury challenges. Left it on the cylinder. Rebound to Miller. Miller. Left side, Hill. Hill squeezes in a lay-in left side with the right hand. His first field goal of the second half to go along with one that he had in the first half to give him 4. Mickens and Culpepper set to come in next dead ball. Jones works it behind the arc. Now up top to Cambridge. Dillon right side to Taylor. Taylor on the move. Oston slides all the way through to the glass and got a lay-in left side. Nice penetration there by Taylor for his first field goal. 47-39. Hill on a weave up top at the basketball for the Thoroughbreds. Now A.O. handles. Up top, this is Brooks. 16:30 left in the ball game. Down at the block to try to get it inside the A.O. Batted out by Cambridge at the block. So double C back out on the floor and K-Mick out there as well. Taylor takes a seat and so does Dillon. So it's Seasbury, Jones, Pennington, Mickens, and Culpepper. Hill with it out front, works it, trying to get it inside, goes out to Miller instead. 6 to shoot now for the Thoroughbreds. Miller just trying to find some space. He does, launches, and got it to the cylinder, but he missed. But the rebound snatched away by Blackwell over the Hill for 3. He can't get the spinner to fall, and the rebound cleared finally by Martez Jones. Jones over to Seasbury trying to take advantage of a one-on-one. Now Pennington pushes and bounced it right over to A.O. Back up the other way, Blackwell. Miller, three-pointer launch there, knocks it down. Miller's just incredible from behind the arc now. 7 3-pointers for him in this basketball game. 15:39 left now, 50-39. Thoroughbreds lead. Pennington slides at the baseline. Out front, Seasbury lets the defense fly by. Now slide pass over to Jones, and Jones there for the flush. So Martez with that basket. He's got 13 in the ball game. Hill out front now for KSU. 15 minutes, 13 seconds remains. Pennington trying to tighten up the defense on Miller. He'll slide inside the paint, missed badly on that shot. Thought he was fouled. Culpepper up the floor to DA now. DA at the block. Slide lead pass there for Jones. Jones lost it on the inside. That leads to a run out back the other way. Miller missed on a reverse lay-in. And they may call a foul here on Culpepper. They will get double C with the foul. So Culpepper, that's his first, with a media timeout just in front of us with 14:54 remaining in the ball game. Tuskegee trailing at 50-41. Let's take a break.
Hey, future business leader, launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
14:54 left in the basketball game. Tuskegee trailing at 50-41. Trying to make it 5 in a row to close the regular season. At the line, it'll be LeVar Miller shooting. Miller already with 7 3-pointers in this ball game. 23 points so far. And he gets that first free throw. On the floor now is Jalen Daughtry for the Thoroughbreds. Daughtry, a junior from Detroit, Michigan. His first spot of duty in the basketball game. Miller for the second of 2 from the line. And he got them both from the line. We've got 25 in the ball game. 14:50 left. Watson up top to Jones. Mickens out on the floor. He handles left side. Mickens pushes in anticipation by Hill, and we're going to have a foul called at the mid-stripe. Seasbury trying to catch up with a pass that was errantly thrown there by Mickens. Dangerous pass across the floor like that. Mickens never anticipating Brandon Hill stepping into the path of that attempted pass across the floor. Seasbury, that's his third. And it'll be Daughtry to inbound it for the Thoroughbreds. Hill slides back to Daughtry with the pass left side. Out the block. Daughtry's there, challenged inside by Seasbury. And the basketball blocked out of bounds. Go credit Seasbury with the block there. Ayo up top to Miller, trying to work it to Owens inside. They go to Hill right side instead. Hill protecting that basketball nicely with the body on the right side and just followed in with the layup. And Hill with the basket. He's got 6 in the ball game. That's a veteran move there by him to get that separation by blocking with the body. 54-41. Out front, jumper there by Watson's off the mark. Jones got the rebound. Watson again. No, that's an air ball there. I thought he had a good look at it. And it'll go over to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Julian on a second look at the cylinder there. That one looked good on its way. But he missed on the shot. Whitmore departs the basketball game. Culpepper takes a seat as well. So it's Watson, Pennington, Draper, Jones, and Seasbury, the 5 on the floor now for Tuskegee. Daughtry up top now to Owens. 13:45 left in the ball game. On a turn now. They throw it away. Tuskegee with the basketball. Pennington slides across the timeline. DA right corner. Watson got some space, thought 3, gave it in the corner to Seasbury instead. It was tapped out of bounds by Miller. It'll stay with Tuskegee. 13:31 left in the contest. Azil Blackwell back out on the floor now for Kentucky State as Daughtry takes a seat. Watson with the inbound pass. Over to Draper out front. Bounce pass, Draper inside to the glass. Got it to fall right side. Good pass there from Pennington. Draper with 8 in the ball game now. Hill trying to leave behind there for Owens. Chased down in the corner, and it belongs to Tuskegee. Cambridge back out on the floor now. Tuskegee trailing by 11. 13:06 remains. We'll see if they can chop into this Thoroughbred lead. Watson slides it across the timeline left side. Up top now, Cambridge. Dillon surveys. Over to Seasbury, trying to get it to Draper if they can. Now Kevin on the move. Inside the paint, had it taken away. Now it's loose on the floor, and Cambridge picks up in the corner for Tuskegee. Out front, they lose it momentarily, but into the hands of Watson. Over to DA, head fake by Hill. DA, head fake under the defense, to the glass, missed on the shot, and a whistle. Tie up there with Cambridge and Ayo. And they both go down to the floor. Dillon saying he pushed him down there, but they'll call the foul on Cambridge. So Dillon's picked up his second personal. 12:35 remains in the basketball game. Brandon Hill handles. Thoroughbreds lead at 54-43. Miller inside, stumbled and got a pass down in the corner, but threw it out of bounds. Say Tuskegee touched it last, though, so it'll stay with the Thoroughbreds. Brandon Hill takes a seat. Josh Cross out on the floor now. He'll inbound the basketball. Looking to the inside. 5-second violation on the entry pass. Tuskegee with the basketball after the turnover. 12:23 left. Watson handles in the backcourt. Julian works it right side. Now up top to DA. Over to Cambridge. Now trying to float it inside to Draper, and a dangerous pass there. Up the floor leads to a run out cross left side, and he got a lay-in. Defense just cannot adjust that quickly after that quick turnover. Trying to get the pass on the inside. Thoroughbreds took advantage of it. Watson now works at top of the key, right side, over to Culpepper. Chip on the move inside the paint, stumbled a bit, but got it to the cylinder left side for a lay-in. So Culpepper with 4 in the ball game after that basket. Cross with a cross dribble. Back out front to Owens, tapped and batted away. Tuskegee almost with a steal. Miller instead for 3. Rattled this one hard. Rebound fought for it. Culpepper clears for Tuskegee. 11:23 left in the ball game. Cambridge hard to the rack left side, and he's fouled by Owens. We'll get Owens with a foul, but the shooting will take place after the free throw. So Owens picks up his third with 11:20 left in the ball game. He'll depart. Tuskegee trails 56-45. Take a quick break on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Tuskegee Nation, I'm Paul Carney, Tuskegee University Public Address announcer. Thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
Shot you're looking at down in Savannah from the Western Trade Center. Down near Savannah River, and that's where everybody's going to be for the SIAC basketball tournament coming up on March 3rd in Savannah, starting on that Sunday and going all the way through the next Sunday when the champions will be crowned of the SIAC. Tickets definitely available for the SIAC tournament. Visit the SIAC.com. That's www.thesiac.com for your ticket purchases. You can get the pass for the entire week of basketball. Make it a vacation week down in Savannah. Enjoy that warm weather that's coming. Already down here in Georgia. Things starting to turn for the better as it relates to seasonal weather. It'll be fine down the week of March 3rd in Savannah. Make your plans to join us there. Follow Tuskegee down into the tournament. The men, won't be playing until Friday of the SIAC tournament, but a lot of good basketball you can take in before Tuskegee hits the floor. And still waiting to find out the fate of the Golden Tigers on the women's side. They lost this afternoon to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, and looking for a little bit of help from Miles College to retain that third spot going into the tournament. The men finishing second in the West. And Tuskegee women hoping to remain at third. Miles has got to defeat Lane to ensure that that happens, as Cambridge got them both from the line for Tuskegee. He's got 4 in the ball game. Out front now on the floor with the basketball is Nick Cross. Nick and Josh Brothers, and both out on the floor right now. Blackwell tosses a 3, hit the back of the iron on that one. Good screen out there by Pennington, but Cambridge got the rebound. DA did that textbook that time, although he didn't get the rebound. Cambridge short jump in the right corner, back of the iron, had a good look, just not able to put it down. Back inside, they dump it. And Blackwell on the move, left side. Then traffic thrown away. Cambridge, or Draper comes away with it for Tuskegee. We go to 10:30 left in the ball game. Watson out front. Rolls it left side. Watson, left hand all the way to the glass, and he drew a foul. Foul was called on Josh Cross. Cross picks up his third. Seasbury set to come in next dead ball. So is Daughtry for the Thoroughbreds. We're down to 10:21 remaining. Watson at the line to shoot. Julian missed on the first. So Seasbury out on the floor now. He'll replace Pennington in the lineup. (56-47). Watson for the second of 2. Julian knocks down the second free throw. He's got 3 in the ball game. Full court pressure by Tuskegee now. Cross trying to push it across the floor and threw it right out of bounds. So the turnover, the result of that strong Tuskegee full court pressure. So they'll have the basketball now with 10:13 left. Watson cuts across the timeline for TU. Culpepper out front with it now. Right side, Seasbury. Kevin behind the back, right side. Lost the dribble. Inside Cambridge, he lost it going on the inside. Basketball got away from him. Left side to the glass, shots off the mark, but the follow-up is good by Daughtry. Transition basket there for the Thoroughbreds. Tuskegee just not able to get back soon enough to prevent that basket by Daughtry. 10-point lead now for the Thoroughbreds. Watson working out front, Cross guarding closely. Now Culpepper handles, pushes Seasbury. Floater in the paint. Kevin can't convert there. A tap on the inside by Draper. That one's off the mark. And the basketball will stay with Tuskegee as Blackwell tried to save it at the baseline, but he slid on the baseline. Jones set to come back in for Tuskegee now. Martez with the 2 personals. 9:21 remains. Jones definitely favoring his left leg. Seasbury out front with the basketball. They're going to need him full throttle for the tournament as Seasbury with a drop back on the jumper knocks it down. But he is definitely favoring that left leg. Looks like it may be the ankle area. But he's out there trying to give it a go. Just don't want to damage anything if it's something done at this point. Cross's shot is off the mark down low, but they'll have another look. Blackwell squares, missed on a jumper there. Rebound to Watson down low. 8:45 left. Tuskegee trailing 58-50. Watson trying to get it to Draper. Draper trying to go to work on the inside, and a whistle inside the paint. Daughtry guilty of the foul. So that's Daughtry's first personal. Timeout on the floor, 8:36 left. I think Draper was getting, or Cambridge was getting set to come in and get Martez out of the lineup. Tried to give it a go, but best thing is just to sit on that thing and not let anything get any worse than what it is. 58-50 with 8:36 left in the ball game. Jones just to our right, showing a little problem there with the ankle area, trying to work something out if he can. Definitely wants to try to get back into this game if he can, but certainly can't take a chance with the tournament coming right there in front of us. Draper trying to go to work inside. Floater falls good by Kasami. Tough work by the sophomore on the inside. He's got 10 now. Ayo squares, pushes back out front to Blackwell. We're at 8:20 left in the ball game as cross handles now. Blackwell on the move in the right corner. Tried to leave it on the inside. It's thrown away at the baseline. Culpepper cleared for Tuskegee. Out to Watson. Back to double C now. He'll work it behind the arc left side. Tuskegee with a basket here can certainly make things interesting. Draper to the rack. Floater. It's off the mark. Cambridge had it. Got it over to Seasbury. Left his offering short as well. That leads to a run out of Blackwell trying to catch it down the floor over to Cambridge. Tuskegee. Cambridge with one-on-one on cross. Dillon shot rejected, but the reverse lay-in by Seasbury is good. So Tuskegee takes advantage of transition there to cut the lead to 58-54. 7:36 left in the ball game. Pennington set to come in next dead ball. So is Brandon Hill for the Thoroughbreds. Down in the corner, Miller for three, drills it for the Thoroughbreds. You could hear Coach Johnson in the background saying three in the corner, watch it. And all they could do was watch Miller drain another three, his eighth of the basketball game. Watson up top, they try to dump it inside the Draper on that deep pass. And a whistle on the inside. Gonna get, looks like it'll be Owens with that personal, and Owens has picked up his second. 7:10 remaining. We come to a media timeout here inside the Exum Center. 61-54. Thoroughbreds still in lead. We'll take a break on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
I'm Reginald Ruffin, your Director of Athletics, and you are watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
From us at the Tuskegee University Bookstore, thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Shop exclusive TU gear in-store or online at TuskegeeUniversityShop.com. Go Tigers!
Booster Digital Displays is a proud sponsor of Tuskegee University basketball on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. As the exclusive provider of the digital storage table inside the annual Chappie James Center and the new state-of-the-art Jumbotron and scoreboard at Cleve Abbott Stadium, Booster Digital Displays is committed to boosting Tuskegee athletics to the next level. For more information on the affordable and innovative Booster Digital Displays product line, visit www.boosterdisplays.com. And certainly want to thank the team at Booster Digital Displays for joining our team as a sponsor of Golden Tigers basketball on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. And we thank you for being a listener of our coverage and watching our coverage throughout the season. This is a final broadcast of the season. And right now, with 7:10 remaining in the basketball game, Tuskegee trailing at 61-54. Tuskegee 20 of 49, shooting 41% from the floor. 40% for the Thoroughbreds at 20 of 50 shooting for them. Real differences behind the arc. 9 three-pointers in this basketball game for the Thoroughbreds. 8 of those by LeVar Miller. Entry pass. Cummings there at the block. They're going to get a goaltend on that. So Cummings out on the floor. Got the pass, and Pennington, he'll be credited with that basket left side. Cummings, the walk-on from Tallahassee. Boy, he's paid dividends since being put on this basketball team as a walk-on. Inside, Brooks tried to slide it across the floor, and they throw it away. Culpepper with the basketball. Over to Pennington. We're at 6:50 left now. Right corner, Seasbury. Kevin on the move now. Kevin dumps it down low to Draper. Draper on Ayo to the rack and a foul. So Kasami going to the line for Tuskegee. He's got 10 in the basketball game. A couple of big free throws in front of him with 6:44 remaining in the ball game. So Draper to shoot. Kasami knocks down that first free throw for Tuskegee. Give them 11 in the contest. One more coming. See if Tuskegee jumps into that full court pressure after this made field goal. 61-57 left of the score with 6:44 left. Draper on the second, missed there, and the rebound comes away to Hill. So Draper, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Brandon Hill with the basketball for KSU now. Hill work at the right side, bounce pass to Miller. Culpepper, the best defender for Tuskegee, now on Miller. Trying to stop his bleeding. He's hit 8 3-pointers. Blackwell now, he'll slide left side. Ball fake, leans back with a jumper, missed on the shot. Backside rebound to DA. Pennington pushes up the floor for Tuskegee. Culpepper, left corner, all the way through. Lead behind Draper, there for the lay-in. Good job there by Culpepper, under control at the block to get it to Draper for the basket. He's got 13. Tuskegee's cut it to a 2-point deficit now with 6 minutes left. Hill all the way through, and he beat the defense right side for the lay-in. The senior's just so smooth, makes everything look so effortless on the floor. And going down hard now, Blackwell with a cramp. Play continues. Seasbury for 3. Got it for Tuskegee. Blackwell fighting a cramp at the midcourt, but they couldn't take a time out there. Took advantage of it, the Tuskegee. Seasbury tripling it up there for the Golden Tigers to cut the deficit to 1. 5:42 left in the ball game. 63-62. Thoroughbreds still lead, with Tuskegee right on their heels as the training staff of Kentucky State tends to Aziel Blackwell, the sophomore from Lexington. Trying to work that cramp out at midcourt. He's able to hobble off of the floor. See if he'll have to come out of the basketball game. We'll see. He's gathered around Coach Jamal Jackson in that Thoroughbred huddle. They'll pull him. Looks like he's going back out there. Mel Darkry will take his spot in the lineup now. So Thoroughbreds will have the basketball, but Tuskegee going to jump straight into full court pressure. Let's see if they can't get a backcourt turnover here. 5:40 left in the ball game, trailing by a point. Hill handles for the Thoroughbreds. Across the timeline, works off of a screen. Hill slides right side, and all the way through, missed on the shot. Basketball is loose on the floor. They try to run it down in the corner, and it'll stay with the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. 5:27 left now. Hill will inbound it into the corner to Brooks. Now Owens up top to Miller. Miller slides right side, got some space, missed on that jumper. Rebound, Cummings, a big one there for Tuskegee. So Pennington with it across the timeline. Tuskegee can claim a lead with a basket this trip. DA slides right side, stops, slides to Draper. Draper got the flush and a whistle. With Draper going to the line after the dunk. A chance to convert on a 3-point play with 5:03 remaining in the ball game. Nice bucket there for Tuskegee. Good transition into the offense to claim a 64-63 lead. And Draper to the line for the field goal. He's got 15 in the ball game right now. Make it 16 with the free throw. Missed on the shot. Rebound to Owens at the block for the Thoroughbreds. Tuskegee with a 1-point lead. Hill working toward the timeline. Now bounce pass to Owens out front. We're under 5 minutes remaining. Owens down at the block, missed there. Draper had it, but lost it over to Brooks. Brooks whistles inside the paint. They'll call the foul on Seasbury. That's Kevin's 4th. Non-shooting foul. So with 4:43 remaining, the Thoroughbreds will inbound it right of their cylinder. Hill in play to Brooks. On the weave, Hill takes it now. Left side to the glass, got it to fall. Good touch there by the senior Brandon Hill to give the Thoroughbreds a 1-point lead. Now Pennington works it in the backcourt. He'll come across the timeline now. Pennington, right side, all the way through, head fake. Across the floor, Cummings tried to bounce it inside and kick the basketball there by Owens. 4:16. 65-64, Tuskegee trailing. Basketball right of their cylinder. DA to inbound it. Looking to the inside, trying to get it to Draper. Slides it to Draper, and it's loose on the floor. Comes to Seasbury. Kevin back to Pennington. Pennington for three. Rainbow, back of the iron. Rebound cleared by Brooks and the Thoroughbreds. Miller working out front, dumps it down at the block to Brooks. Here comes Owen, slides inside the paint to the cylinder, and a whistle there. They call the foul on Cummings inside the paint. That's his first. And Dylan Cambridge now out on the floor for Tuskegee. 3:54 left in the basketball game. 65-64. Tuskegee trailing it by a point. Tuskegee, the number 2 team out of the West, already seeded for the tournament. Is trying to close out the regular season, coming back here if they can, try to get their 5th win in a row. Started the 4-game win streak against Lane, went into double overtime against Lemoyne on. Then they met Spring Hill, had to go into overtime to defeat them. And then they defeated the Marauders of Central State on Saturday up at the arena at Central State University, and trying to close out its final road swing of the season here in Kentucky at the Exum Center in Frankfort, Kentucky on the KSU campus. Right now trailing it by a point. Tuskegee's battled in this second half. Actually took a lead a few minutes ago. Down by as many as 10 at one point in this ball game, but have really put together a good solid second half of basketball. Had a chance to talk to one of the Tuskegee alums who lives now in this Lexington, Frankfort area, and he's talking about what he saw in the first half, and I just kind of referenced to him that this is a second half team, and then when you see them in the second half, you'll see a totally different team, and so far he has, because Tuskegee had really quickened its pace and done a lot better job in terms of managing the flow of this basketball game to get back in it. Mentioned to the alum, too, that you got to remember this is a young squad from Tuskegee with no seniors on that team. As Draper, Cambridge, Seasbury, Pennington, and Culpepper make it back out on the floor now. At the line for the Thoroughbreds. Going to be Joseph Owens, the junior, to shoot. Owens with the first free throw. That one's off. One more coming. Owens for the second. 3:54 remains. Owens, better result there. Got the second of 2. So Owens with his first point of the ball game. Pennington in the backcourt. Tuskegee trailing it by a field goal. Draper out front now to Cambridge. Dillon surveys, goes across the floor now to DA. Pennington looking to the inside. Draper fighting for a position on Brooks. Now he'll work off of a screen. DA, floater, left it on the iron. Rebound fought for. Draper had it, but Hill runs it down in the corner. They go up the floor now to Daughtry. Made it close to an over and back there. And now. And Hill with it out front now. Thoroughbreds lead it 66-64. Owens, cross dribble by him. In the paint, over Cambridge. Floater, tapped around again, falls off. Rebound by Cambridge down in the corner for Tuskegee. 3 looks at it for the Thoroughbreds. That trip down the floor, not able to convert right there at the cylinder. Seasbury, hard push left side, pushes back out front to Pennington. Under 3 minutes left. DA off of a screen right side, all the way through to the rack. Lee behind Cambridge, left side. Spinner's off the mark, but Dillon's foul. He'll go to the line. They call that foul inside on Tyson Brooks. And Cambridge to the line to see if he can't tie the basketball game up. 2:47 remaining. Cambridge, 4 free throws converted here in this basketball game for his 4 points. Can tie it if he can hit both of these. Dillon for the first. Missed on that first free throw. Cambridge for the second now. Big free throw here. Cambridge, Cox, aims, fires. Got it for Tuskegee. He's got 5 in the basketball game, all from the free throw line. Hill now with it for the Thoroughbreds. Over to Daughtry, left side. Now to Miller out front. And on the weave, it's Miller. Hard push by him, left side, floater to the glass, and he banked it from the front of the glass. My, oh my. Doing it every way you can imagine here inside the Exum Center. 68-65, Tuskegee by 3, trailing by 3 now. Pennington floater to the glass, missed on the shot. Brooks had it, lost it at the baseline. It'll belong to Tuskegee. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. Tuskegee trailing by 3. Season finale for both teams. Thoroughbreds trying to stay out in front of the Dragons of Lane College, both at 8 and 11 in tournament play. Draper up top, DA for 3. He can tie it, can't get it to fall. Brooks clears for Kentucky State. We go under 2 minutes remaining now. Hill across the timeline with a 3-point lead in tow. Trying to get it into the hands of Daughtry on a weave. Now 14 to shoot. Hill lost his balance, may have traveled on the slide, but no call. Miller down at the baseline. Left-hand floater miss. Brooks got a rebound, and he got a putback on the inside. Tuskegee not able to come away with just a one and done for the Thoroughbreds. Gave him a couple of looks, and they got the basket. 70-65, a minute 20 left now. Pennington behind the arc, circles right side. Across the floor, Seasbury. Kevin on the move now. Lost it in the corner to Miller. Run out down the floor, Daughtry. Daughtry able to collect himself and got away. Transition basket there. Shirley Hurd with 66 seconds left. 72-65. Thoroughbreds able to go on a quick run there to take the lead. Last 6 points they've scored. They lead it 72-65 with 1:06 remaining. Take our final break here on the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benson, the Sports Information Director at Tuskegee University, and you're watching the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education. Home. Where you hang out with friends. Do homework. Relax. Explore. Where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own.
1:06 remains here inside the Exum Center. Tuskegee trailing 72-65. 6-point run there by the Thoroughbreds. Gave them some space. And Tuskegee now with a big challenge in front of them. Got to score as quickly as they can. And then jump back into some defense and see if they can't get a early quick turnover. Culpepper to inbound it. Full court pressure by the Thoroughbreds, and they knock it out of bounds on an entry pass, trying to get it inside to Pennington. Owens got the arms on it, long arms of his, and tapped it out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuskegee, though. In the Draper, and Draper over to Culpepper. Culpepper back to DA now. Pennington in the backcourt. He'll slide across the timeline, trying to protect that basketball. Left side to Draper. Under a minute left. Cambridge over to Culpepper. He pops out now. Squares for 3. Rimmers off the mark. Whitmore got a rebound and a putback. Didn't get it there. Cambridge with a putback. He missed. Whitmore with another look now. Got to go quickly here. 37 seconds. Whitmore slides left side all the way through. Had it tapped from behind. He got it though. And a whistle at the block. Christopher going to the line for Tuskegee. Golden Tigers wasted a lot of time on that offensive set, but they'll at least send Whitmore to the line to shoot. Can't come away empty this trip down the floor. 72-65. Seasbury set to come in next dead ball as Whitmore at the line to shoot the free throws. Tuskegee, needless to say, needs to both here. Christopher for the first. Got that one to fall. Whitmore with his first points of the ball game. One more coming. Tuskegee's going to have to get into a defensive set in a real quick hurry and see if they can't get a quick turnover or go ahead and commit a foul. Whitmore missed on the second free throw. Brooks got it in the back court. He was fouled immediately. They called the foul on Pennington. So BA with his first. Seasbury back out on the floor. Whitmore back toward the bench now with 29 seconds remaining. At the line, it'll be Tyson Brooks shooting here for the Thoroughbreds. 29 seconds left in the ball game. Brooks to shoot. Brooks for the first. Entire arena quiet as Brooks got that first free throw. So he'll have one more coming. He's got 7 in the basketball game. Now 8. And 5 of those 8, 6 of those 8 came from the free throw line. BA trying to hurry now to get some space there. Pushes down in the corner to the rack. Shots off the mark by Cambridge. Brooks and Cambridge tied up down at the baseline. 74-66. Tuskegee looking for a quick basket here if they can get it in play. BA forced to push it out. Culpepper for 3. Chip can't find it there. Basketball's loose on the floor. Run down. BA trying to get one airborne over to Culpepper. He'll fire again. This time he hit it. That's all academic though at this point. Tuskegee's just run out of time here inside the Exum Center. 5.6 seconds remaining. Tuskegee's going to have to foul as soon as this basketball gets into play. And then force the Thoroughbreds to the free throw line and hope that they can miss and get the basketball back headed the other way. But 5.6 seconds left, though. Just not enough time, really, for Tuskegee to really contend. You never know, though. This is basketball. Anything can happen. Just got to contest very heavily here on an inbound play, see if they can't get a turnover. No turnover on the inbound pass. Foul immediately. Tuskegee battled in this basketball game, trailed by as many as 10 in the contest. And they certainly have the fans here inside the Exum Center on the edge of their seats. Tuskegee able to come back and claim a lead in the second half. Only led for a couple of minutes there, about a point ahead. And then a 6-point swing by the Thoroughbreds kind of put them in lead. And Miller fires it up down the floor. And a whistle there on Draper on the other end of the floor. He and Daughtry down on the other end battling for that basketball, and Draper commits the foul. So Kasami with his second personal. And Daughtry at the line to shoot now for the Thoroughbreds with 5.1 seconds remaining. Very impressive Thoroughbred team here at home, trying to avenge that loss to Tuskegee at Chappie James earlier this year. Daughtry, the junior, fires. Missed on the shot. Rebound Howell. Up to D.A. Pennington. Got it over to Seasbury. Won't count, even if he does hit it, but he did not. 74-69. Tuskegee trails to the Thoroughbreds, or lose it to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. So the team split during the course of the regular season. And Tuskegee, 4-game skid there. They had a 4-game win streak coming into this ball game, hoping to take it to 5 in a row before the tournament. But instead, they get bumped off here in the finale against the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Final in the ball game, 74-69. So Tuskegee will wrap up the regular season with a 13-14 mark overall. And they'll finish the regular season campaign in conference play with a 12-8 record. For the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, they go to 12-13 on the season and 9-11 in SIAC play. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from tonight's ball game. From the floor, Tuskegee 28 of 69 or 41%. For the Thoroughbreds, they were 27 of 68 at 40% on the roundup for them. From the free throw line, 9 of 16 for Tuskegee, 10 of 15 for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Behind the arc, that's the real difference maker here. 10 3-pointers made for the Thoroughbreds, 8 of those made by LeVar Miller. And Tuskegee with 4 3-point shots. Rebounding edge went to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Assist column favors Tuskegee. They had 13 in the ball game compared to 11 for the Thoroughbreds. Turnovers, Thoroughbreds had more with 14, and Tuskegee finishing the game with 13. Fast break points, Thoroughbreds with 20 compared to 6 for the Tigers of Tuskegee. So the Golden Tigers win it, lose this ball game 74-69 to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. And that'll do it for regular season play for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. So they finish at 13-14 and 12-8 in the SIAC. Won't impact their position of second in the West. Won't impact their seed going into the tournament and playing on Friday. Just going to be a question now of who they'll meet as we take a look at the standings. Tuskegee there in the second spot. We'll see what happens with Spring Hill as a result of Kentucky State winning this ball game. We don't know what Spring Hill has done up to this point in their ball game this afternoon. I'm trying to see if that. I don't think that would. They got 12. They'll have to win it there to stay there at 3. But I think it's already decided. I don't think Kentucky State can jump up. So if Spring Hill will stay in at number 3. Thoroughbreds at 4. Lane at 5. LeMoyne at 6. And Central State 7. So if you're doing your brackets and your seeding for the brackets, you can fill those in as it relates to the men's side of the SIAC. Mostly everything's settled on the east side. Clark Atlanta with a surge there in the second half of the season. They overtake Morehouse and Benedict to finish number 1 in the east. So it's Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, Benedict, Allen, Savannah State. They host the tournament down there at Tiger Arena. So that'll be to their advantage when the teams make it down to Savannah. Edward Waters finishing at 6, Albany are at 5th by virtue of the win tonight over the Golden Rams of Albany State. And then Fork Valley rounding out the East Division in that 8th position on the East Division side. Just one more team there on that side than we do have as it relates to the women's tournament, with the Morehouse being the one team without a co-ed athletics program. So that's the standing as you take a look at it, headed into what's going to be an exciting week of basketball from Tiger Arena, and then in the Enmark Center for the championship ball games on Sunday. Again, the Golden Tiger Sports Network won't be there for the coverage of Tuskegee in the tournament because all of the coverage goes over to the SIAC office, and I've been fortunate enough to do it for the last few years to be down and cover for the SIAC tournament. So we will have the coverage for you down here in Savannah. You just got to tune in from the SIAC website to pick up the YouTube feed from there. Tuskegee falls in their final contest of the regular season, 74-69 to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. And the women in their ball game earlier today, they fell to the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State 96-69 in that contest. So on the final day, Tuskegee comes up empty at the end of the regular season. But they both head into tournament play next week from Savannah. That'll do it for our coverage here inside the Exum Center from Kentucky State University. So many people to thank on our last broadcast of the regular season, from everybody that appeared in our promos for the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Don't want to miss anybody, but call Paul Carney. Thank you. Thank Deborah Rogers, the Deputy AD Director, Coach the AD Reginald Ruffin, Jordan Benson, Sports Information Director, Nick Brown for appearing on it. Also, Drayton Florence appearing as a part of his support of the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Gerald Long from the Utilities Board of Tuskegee joining in terms of showing their support and providing promos. Both coaches, Coach Wester and Coach Taylor, for being a part of it as well. And Lily Lanier, the alumni president, that she was a part of it. And, of course, the commissioner of the SIAC, Anthony Holloman, for lending his voice for the support of the Golden Tiger Sports Network. That was such a big help for us to show that variety of support. And certainly to all of our sponsors throughout the course of the year. Can't name them all because we have some that spill over from the conference office, but Booster Digital Displays, TNT Fireworks, Utilities Board of Tuskegee, the Tuskegee University Bookstore, and the Alabama Department of Public Health, all special thanks to you all for your support of our coverage. Special thanks to Tuskegee University President Dr. Charlotte Morris, Chief Operating Officer Dr. Rhonda Rice, and Director of Athletics Reginald Ruffin, and to Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief AD, Tanya Lee, and Stefan Smith from the Communications and Marketing Department, and certainly to Jordan Benson for your fine and hard work all season long to get us prepped for these ball games and then making sure that we were hosted here at every away ball game. And to Nick Brown, who just does so much for the athletics department and the university overall. Special thanks to Nick. And to our production team, our camera operators, Malachi Ards and Nadir Bakari, throughout the season for such a fine job under the direction of our producer and director, Eric Tabor. And don't want to forget Eric Tabor Jr. for Eric's contributions to our coverage as well. Just a fine group of people to work with throughout the course of the season as we close out the season here from the William Exum Center at Kentucky State University. And a special shout out and thanks to my buddy and broadcast partner Dwayne Walker for adding so much color to our commentary. And I mean that in a very favorable way too. He's a funny guy, very intelligent guy, and knows basketball from top to bottom. It's been our pleasure to provide you this coverage of Tuskegee basketball throughout the course of this season. So glad that you joined us as a viewer and listener of our coverage. This is Charles Ward for the final time this season in the 2023-24 basketball season for Tuskegee University. Saying thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here next year. Also got softball and baseball coming your way as a part of our spring sports coverage. Join us then. Until then, this has been a production of the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Tuskegee fans, thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network.